Okay. Evin nggak bisa ya videoan ya. Rizky, Patricia, Laila, Maria. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, how are you today?
I'm fine, Miss.
Okay.
And you?
Okay, I'm good, thank you. Who's not here yet? Masih banyak yang belum di sini ya? Oke, Maria. Are you home or still in campus?
Me and
Home
Sandrina
ya.
in campus.
In campus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the first class is English phonology and pronunciation. Yeah, so this is actually the third meeting. And Faira and also Sandrina will present the materials. Are you prepared with your PPT, Fai?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, okay. So firstly, before we begin the class, what can you explain about phonology? Can anyone answer? What is phonology? Fonologi itu apa? Ada yang bisa jawab nggak? Jo? Siti, maybe?
In my opinion, phonology is the linguistic part, the part of linguistic that study the speech sounds.
Speech sound, okay. Anyone, anybody else? Ada lagi yang lain? Siska? Hamdiwi? No? Faira, can you answer since you are the one who will present today? Okay, so let me explain to you in brief ya. So phonology is the study of sound, ya, sound system. Jadi fonologi itu adalah ilmu yang mempelajari tentang pembendaharaan kata, bunyi bahasa especially ya, dan pendistribusiannya. Jadi kalau misalnya pronunciation itu belajar bagaimana cara mengucapkan bunyi-bunyi tersebut, especially alphabetical that exists in English. In phonology, that is more to the technical equipment of the sound itself. Jadi bagaimana bunyi itu diproduksi dari mana gitu ya, di bagian tenggorokan kita. Jadi nanti kalian akan belajar misalnya itu keluarnya dari mana gitu ya. How or where the sounds are produced ya. Jadi gimana dan dari mana asal kata-kata atau bunyi-bunyi tersebut keluar. Itu phonology. Kalau pronunciation tadi cara mengucapkannya ya. Jadi kalau misalnya bunyi itu berasal dari mulut, ya. Jadi ada palatal, nanti ada larynx, ya, ada bagian-bagian mulut dan bagian-bagian tenggorokan mana yang memproduksi atau membuat bunyi-bunyi tersebut, itu kita belajar di phonology. Pronunciation itu adalah produknya, ya, bagaimana bunyi-bunyi tersebut diucapkan, ya. So you will not say the word in mistakes anymore. Jadi tidak mispronunciation ya kalian ya. Jadi harus mengerti gimana cara mengucapkan bunyi-bunyi tersebut ya. I'm going to explain it in detail in the videos that will be published later ya. Okay, so Faira, are you ready with your presentation? Where is Faira? Faira?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, you may share your presentation.
Miss. It means like good. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
So
afternoon.
today we're gonna explain about the production of speech sounds and
Long vowels, diphthong, and straight sounds.
first I'm gonna explain about the production of speech sound. We're going to talk about 1, articulators above the larynx, 2, vowel and consonant, and 3, English short vowel. First, articulators above the larynx. What are the articulators above the larynx? 1, the pharynx, 2, the soft palate, 3, the hard palate, 4,
Larynx itu pangkal tenggorokan ya. Laring itu pangkal tenggorokan.
Ini juga pakai bahasa Indonesia nih.
Go on.
the 5, the alveolar ridge, 6, the lips, and 7, the tongue. First, the pharynx. The pharynx is a tube which begins just above the larynx. It is about 7 centimeter long in women and about 8 centimeter in men. It divides into 2 ends, cavity and the other being the beginning of the nasal cavity. Second, the soft palate. The soft palate phylum is the soft palate or velum is the part that allows air to pass through the nose and through the mouth. It is one of the articulators that can be touched by the tongue. Sounds like K, G are produced when the tongue is in contact with the lower side of the soft palate, and they are called velar consonants. Third, the hard palate. The hard palate is often called the roof of the mouth. It has a curve. A consonant made with the tongue close to the hard palate is called palatal. The sound J in yes is palatal. Fourth, the tongue. The tongue is a very important articulator because it moves into many different places and different shapes. The parts of the tongue are tip, blade, front, back, and root. Alveolar, the alveolar ridge between the top front teeth and the hard palate. Its surface is raw and covered with little ridge. Sounds made with the tongue touching this part. T, example alveolar. 6, the lips. The lips are important in speech. They can be pressed together in sounds like P, P, are called bilabia. Last, the street, the teeth. The teeth, upper and lower teeth. Sounds made with the tongue touching the front teeth like A are called dental. Second, vowel and consonant. Vowels, there are five vowels. Five vowels. There is A, E, I, O, U. And consonant B, C, D, F, and etc. Vowel. Vowel sounds allow the air to flow freely, causing the chin to drop noticeably, whilst consonant sounds are produced by restricting the airflow. Vowel sounds are usually split into two main categories based on sound quality. First, short vowel sounds due to the short duration of the sound being made. Cannot be held onto without becoming distorted. And second, long vowel sounds due to the length of their pronunciation can often help without distorting. Consonant. Consonant sounds are made produced when the being restrict in some way. For example, change position resulting in the mouth not opening. This means that the jaw doesn't drop noticeably, which is different to vowel sounds. And third, English short vowel. What makes a sound a short vowel? The term short vowel is used to refer to the sounds that most often correspond to the letters A, E, I, O, and U. When the vowel occurs individually between consonant vowel or CVC pattern. All of the short vowel keywords use the consonant vowel consonant. The CVC pattern states that when a sing vowel is between two consonants, the vowel is pronounced as a short vowel sound. If the letter E follows the second consonant, the vowel will be pronounced as a long vowel sound due to the vowel consonant E pattern. Example, short A become A. like cat. Short E become A, like bad. Short I become E, like sit. Short O become A, like top. Short U become A, like sun. That's it for me. Thank you. Next, Sandrina will explain about long vowels, diphthongs, and diphthongs.
Okay, wait, Miss jelasin langsung aja dulu ya, satu-satu ya, dari yang punya Faira dulu ya. Faira, can you go to the second slide after the introduction? Starting with the production of sounds. Next. Okay, wait. Before that,
nanya sama Miss Lia, katanya memang kalau semester awal itu harus ngikutin kelas reguler. Tapi ketika tanya sama administrasinya, katanya tinggal itu aja, misalkan kalau nggak bisa, chat dosennya, kalau misalkan nggak bisa hadir. Tapi kalau misalkan bisa hadir, ya udah datang aja di kelas. Gitu aja sih, Cak. Menurut saya nggak ada jadwal yang pasti gitu.
momen ya, bentar ya.
Iya. Iya.
Okay, so the first is articulators above the larynx. Jadi larynx itu adalah pangkal tenggorokan ya. Jadi bagian-bagian di dalam pangkal tenggorokan itu memproduksi bunyi-bunyi yang berbeda. Unfortunately tadi si slide-nya si Faira does not really explain about the examples ya of the sound produced by each part of the larynx. Okay, so maybe we're going to talk about that later. Okay, go on next. Next, Faira. If you see on your ebook on page 8 ya, you can see the picture di halaman 8 itu ada gambarnya ya, the larynx ya, yang mana yang termasuk bagian mana yang termasuk di yang merupakan pharynx. And then soft palate, hard palate, alveolar ridge, nose, upper teeth, upper lip, and also lower lip. You can see on page 8. Kalau kalian buka ebook, ada di halaman 8. Nah, itu memudahkan kalian untuk mengerti apa sih yang disebut dengan si pharynx gitu. Terus langit-langit lunak itu yang mana? Nah, itu ada di gambarnya ya. Because if you read the explanation on the textbook or if you listen to Faira's definition, it will be quite hard to understand with words, but when it is in the picture you can see the part of the larynx ya that Faira explained. Oke, buka ebook semua nggak nih? Tuh di halaman 8 di articulators ya. Jadi ada tongue di situ, bagian-bagian bagian-bagian larynx yang memproduksi bunyi atau suara, ya. Larynx itu pangkal tenggorokan, and then we have pharynx, ya. And then soft palate atau velum, hard palate itu sama, langit-langit atas juga, ya. Ada yang keras, ada yang lunak. And then we have alveolar ridge yang mendekati hidung. And then we have nose, upper teeth, upper lip, lower teeth, ya, tongue. Yeah, that's the part of the larynx that produce words. Nah, your task later, you have to find out. Kalian find out apa saja yang termasuk di pharynx, bunyi-bunyi apa saja yang termasuk di pharynx, di soft palate, hard palate, alveolar ridge, and so on. Jadi temukan bunyi-bunyi dari tiap bagian-bagian larynx ini. Okay, that's your first task. Itu yang pertama. Ya, karena nggak ada contohnya nih. If only Faira gives you the example of the sounds, ya, then it will not be your task. Okay, so firstly you have to find the examples or the sounds produced by each part of the larynx. Jadi temukan bunyi-bunyi yang dihasilkan oleh bagian-bagian yang ada di larynx. Jadi misalnya kalau S itu bagian larynx yang mana yang memproduksi bunyi tersebut. Terus misalnya J, itu bagian pharynx yang mana? Bagian larynx yang mana yang memproduksi bunyi tersebut? Okay, so that's your first task, ya. I see that Fatima jot down the task, ya. Okay, next, go on. Faira, next. Okay, next. Go to vowel, ya. Now, vowel and consonant. Okay, so this is English vowels, ya. English vowels and consonants in words, ya. Jadi yang di PPT-nya Faira ini vowels and consonants yang tertulis, ya, dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi ada A, E, I, O, U, B, C, D, and so on until Z. Meanwhile, English vowels and consonant sounds different with these English vowels. Jadi kalau English vowels and consonants itu sama kayak in Indonesian alphabetical alphabets, ya, there are 26 words. Meanwhile, kalau bunyi itu dia akan lebih banyak. The numbers of sound will be much more than this. Okay, vowels and sound. You see the picture I send you, kelihatan nggak tuh? Mungkin nggak agak kelihatan, ya. So there are consonants and vowels. Di situ ada consonant and vowels. See the picture I send you in your group. Ya, if you use Oxford Dictionary too, ya, you can see in the cover of the dictionary. Kalau menggunakan kamus buku gini ada itu pasti di covernya. Nah, di sini consonants itu ada p, ya, p, and then b, t, d, t, g, and then ch, t, j. Itu dibacanya ch, ya, ch as in chain, seperti contohnya di chain. And then we have jam, d, and then tuh ada tulisan yang gitu ya, j as in jam. And then fall, f, yeah, sorry. And then we have v as in van, and then ini yang suka miss introduce kalian pas di kelas. Jadi your tongue is in the middle of your teeth, ya. Jadi lidah kalian itu berada di tengah-tengah gigi. Thin. Nah, kalau yang ada bulat terus ada bintangnya di atas itu this biasa. When you say the or this itu begitu bunyinya. And then we have or s as in C, and then zoo. And then we have shoe, ya, itu yang sh, and then we have vision, vision, vision. S yang di tengah itu kayak bentuk 3 gitu ya, itu Zhen, Zhen. And then we have ha, as in head, and then m as in man, ne, and then itu simbolnya seperti itu tuh, ya, n, terus garisnya panjang ke bawah. And then we have l as in leg, and then r as in red, and then yang j itu dibacanya y, as in yes, ya. Jadi kalau yang ada di garis miring itu simbolnya, itu namanya phonetic symbol. Phonetic symbol. Jadi dia membantu kalian untuk membaca kata-kata tersebut, ya. Jadi harus bisa tuh. Misalnya nulis e itu gimana? Nulis apa? Itu gimana gitu. Nah, itu cara membacanya ya, dan cara penulisan simbolnya. And then we have w as in wet. Nah, itu consonants, okay? And then the rest we have vowels and also diphthongs, ya. Vowels itu satu bunyi, ya satu bunyi, tapi satu gitu ya, kayak misalnya i as in c. Nah, tadi ada penjelasan long vowel and short vowel. Coba Faira, short vowel and long vowel. Vowel huruf hidup, konsonan huruf mati atau bunyi ya. Di sini kita membicarakan tentang bunyi. Vowel sounds itu are categorized as two, ya, dikategorikan menjadi dua. The first one is short vowel and the second one is long vowel. Short vowel, kenapa disebut dengan short vowel? Because of the short duration of the sound being made. Jadi ada bunyi yang hampir sama, tapi yang satu itu dibunyikannya agak panjang, tapi yang satunya itu pendek. Kayak misalnya kalian lihat di contoh situ ya, yang di vowel ya, itu ada yang pakai titik 2. Yang pakai titik 2 di situ itu lebih panjang daripada yang tidak ada titik. Kayak misalnya see, ya, I see you. Itu i di situ agak lebih panjang compare tuh yang nggak pakai. Jadi misalnya kayak happy, kita nggak bilang happy, nggak ya, i-nya nggak panjang, jadi cuman happy. Ini see. Jadi kalau misalnya katanya itu double atau hurufnya double, it's usually long vowel. Okay? Then we have sit. Ya, we do not say as sit, no, but we say sit. Ya, nggak panjang. Jadi kalau tidak ada titik 2 di situ, berarti dia short vowel. Kalau ada titik 2 di simbolnya, itu berarti dia panjang pengucapannya. And then we have as in pen. Nah, kalau yang ada gabungan antara a dan itu dibacanya as in cat, ya. And then a titik 2 it's father, ya, my father. Oke, terus ada yang a kebalik, itu bunyinya seperti o, antara o dengan a. Jadi I got. Jadi antara a sama o. And then we have 0,5 itu o. I saw. That's all, ya, saw. And then u, ya, it's put, ya. And then actual, as in u in actual. Ya. Next we have u titik 2. Nah, itu agak panjang, as in two, ya. And then we have a like this. Ini bacanya a. Okay, a. It as in cup. And then titik 2 itu bacanya fur. Itu ya dibacanya ya. Kalau 3 itu fur. Kebalik itu about, as in about. And then a. Nah, kenapa disebut dengan diphthongs? Diphthongs itu berarti 2 ya, 2 bunyi. Ya. Jadi dia dua vowel menjadi 1, as in a. Ya, say. And then and u, go. I go to school. And then another one itu ada British and American ya, bedanya ya. Ada o and u, go. And then a and I, as in my. And then o, O setengah tadi, and I itu boy, as in boy, A and U as in now, E and E as in near, and then E, ya, E and E kebalik as in hair, and then U and E kebalik as in pure. Ya. Nah, ini harus kalian hatamkan di semester ini ya. Yes, di semester ini karena pelajaran phonology and pronunciation itu hanya ada di satu semester. Kalau dulu berbeda ya, phonology, pronunciation, but in these years in this lately it becomes one subject. Ya, jadi harus kalian pelajari gimana cara mengucapkan kata di sini. Oke, second task, tugas kedua, I want you to record yourself saying the words in consonants and also in vowels and diphthongs as I send in your group. Ya. Dilafalkan, ya, di-record suaranya aja, nggak usah pakai better pakai video lah. Harus ada muka kalian mengucapkan kata-kata bunyi-bunyi konsonan and also vowels di sini. Contohnya ya, beserta contohnya. Okay. Alright, next. Next, Faira. Udah sampai diphthongs ya. Next, Fai. Sit. Oke, langsung aja goes to Sandrina's presentation, I think. Ya, langsung ke Sandrina. Oh ya, wait. Any questions with the consonant, vowels, diphthongs, and also the articulatory larynx? Ada pertanyaan dulu nggak?
I think no, Miss.
No. Fatima? No, sit. No, oke. Lanjut, Sandrina.
Wait, Miss.
Ya.
Long vowels, diphthongs, and triphthongs. What is long vowels? Long vowels in English refer to vowel sounds that are pronounced for a longer duration than their short vowel counterparts. In English, there are 5 primary long vowel sounds, and they are typically represented by a single vowel letter. Example words of long vowels. Long A. The long A sound is often pronounced as in words like cake or snail. It is a pronounced A sound similar to the letter A itself. Long E. The long E sounds can be heard in words like be or sit. It sounds like E. Long I. The long I sounds is found in words like bike or time. It sounds like I. Long O. The long O sounds is heard in words like bone or goat. It sounds like O. Long U. The long U sounds can be found in words like cube or mule. It sounds like U. The second is diphthongs. What is diphthongs? The word diphthongs come from the Greek and means to voice or to sounds. In phonetics, a diphthong is a vowel in which there is a noticeable sounds change within the same syllable. A single or simple vowel is known as a monophthong. In English phonetics, there are several diphthongs, and they can be categorized into two primary types. The first is closing diphthongs. The primary closing diphthongs are I. This diphthong begins with an open vowel sound and moves towards a closer sound. It is found in words like right and time. O. This diphthong starts with an open vowel sound and moves towards a closer, rounded sound. It is found in words like house and mouth. The second is centering diphthongs. Centering diphthongs involve a movement of the tongue toward a central vowel sound, often represented by A, the schwa sound. There are two primary centering diphthongs in English. This diphthong begins with a tense high front vowel sounds and glides toward the central schwa sound. It is found in words like tire and fire. A. In some dialects of English, this diphthong starts with a vowel sound closer to A, as in hay, and glides toward the schwa sound. It is found in words like day and way. Diphthongs add complexity to the English vowel system and are an important aspect of English phonetics. They often play a crucial role in how words are pronounced and help distinguish different accents and dialects. Understanding diphthongs is essential for improving pronunciation and communication in English. And then the last is triphthongs. What is triphthongs? In English phonetics, a triphthong is a combination of three vowel sounds pronounced together in a single syllable. Unlike diphthongs, which involve a smooth glide between two vowel sounds within one syllable, triphthongs consist of a sequence of three vowel sounds in quick succession within the same syllable. In English, triphthongs are relatively rare, and they typically involve a combination of a diphthong and a schwa sound. The most commonly recognized triphthongs in English are A plus E. This triphthong combines the A sound as in right with the schwa sound. A as in sofa. It occurs in words like fire and higher. O plus A. This triphthong combines the O sounds as in house with the schwa sound E. It can be found in words like hour and hour. The triphthongs can be looked on as being composed of the 5 closing diphthongs described in the last section with A added on the end. Thus we get A plus A as in layer, layer. A plus A as in liar, fire. O plus A as in employer. O plus A as in lower, mower. O plus A as in hour. Thank you.
I think that's
I think that's all for me. Thank you.
all for us. Thank you for
Wait, Faira, wait. Okay, so actually the diphthongs and also the long vowels have been explained. Yeah, so I will only talk about the triphthongs. Open the triphthong sound, Faira, Rina. Jadi kalau diphthongs itu gabungan antar dua vowel atau dua bunyi vokal. Kalau triphthongs itu gabungan dari 3 bunyi vokal. Ya, next. Go to the example. Nah, misalnya ini yang paling common ya in English, such as AI plus E. Ya, ingat ya, E kebalik itu bacanya bukan E. AI plus E itu contohnya seperti before. Yang tadi. Ya, contohnya kayak di fire. Coba ngomong fire. Itu bukan itu huruf hidupnya, bunyi hidupnya atau vowelnya itu ada di fire. A I E di tengah ya. Fire. And then higher sama ya, A I E di situ, jadi dia triphthongs sebutannya. And then contoh yang kedua seperti di AU plus E ya, contohnya seperti di our A U E di situ our and also our ya. Next, contoh selanjutnya, next example ya, EI plus E seperti di layer, AER, player. Ya, and then employer, OIE lagi, employer, dan lower, mower. Ya, nah itu adalah triphthongs atau gabungan dari 3 bunyi vokal disebut dengan triphthongs. Ya, oke. Your last task, ini tugas yang ketiga. Ya, yang ketiga itu adalah I want you to jadi kan tadi di consonants, vowels, and diphthongs. Kalau triphthongs nggak usah lah. Yang di consonants, vowels, and diphthongs itu kan ada yang contoh p, b, t, sh, and so on. I want you to find out example for each sound. Temukan kata contoh lain dari bunyi konsonan dan vowels selain contoh yang Miss kasih di contoh di kamar botolnya. Ambil botolnya di kamar. Oke, jadi misalnya kalau di contoh Miss tadi di situ contohnya pen. Nah, kalian cari yang lain contohnya. Misalnya pencil gitu ya. Terus cara penulisan. Sorry ya. Jadi misalnya contoh di kamus yang Miss fotoin ke kalian tadi untuk konsonan P itu contohnya pen. Kalian cari contoh kata lain yang diawali dengan bunyi P. Misalnya proposal misalnya. Nah, terus dibikin phonetic simbolnya. Gimana cara nulis proposal itu? Ya. P dan bunyi-bunyi lainnya. Oke? Question? Jadi ada 3 tugas ya. Ada pertanyaan nggak? Any question with the task? Titi?
Untuk deadline-nya, Miss?
Deadline-nya sampai minggu depan lah. Sampai pertemuan selanjutnya. Oke, nanti ngirim tugasnya juga ke e-learning ya. Oke. Any more questions? Ada lagi pertanyaan? Kalau yang record itu tadi, I suggest you to submit your assignment on YouTube. Jadi di YouTube, ya, you share the link. Nanti linknya diketik di e-learning, oke? Di tugas yang di e-learning. Any more questions? Ada lagi pertanyaan? Evin, Joe, Rizka? No questions? Okay, if no more questions, translation please be ready. Langsung mulai ya, kayak Siti ya. Tapi di Zoom, di link Zoom yang satunya aja. So I will close this and then we will continue with the other Zoom link. Okay? Alright, if no more questions, I think that's all for today's meeting. See you in translations class. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for attending the meeting.
Wabarakatuh.
Miss.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes.